When we look back at the landscape of pop and rock music over the last 50 years, few figures have cast a larger shadow than the brilliant Phil Collins. As the driving rhythmic force behind Genesis and a record-breaking solo artist, his fierce energy behind the drum kit and unmatched vocal hooks defined an entire generation of music. We naturally associate his name with pure, unstoppable stamina. But according to a deeply vulnerable, raw personal profile featured by Yahoo Entertainment, the icon is pulling back the curtain on a grueling battle he has been fighting entirely offstage. In a rare, incredibly candid sit-down ahead of his 75th birthday, Collins revealed the heavy toll of his deteriorating health, admitting with characteristic honesty that over the last few years, just about everything that could go wrong with his body did go wrong. The account details a terrifying convergence of medical crises that brought the multi-Grammy winner to a complete standstill. Following his final emotional reunion tour with Genesis in 2022, where he was forced to perform entirely from a chair, Collins faced a cascade of severe physical failures. He underwent 5 separate grueling operations on his knee, contracted a severe case of COVID while hospitalized, and watched as his kidneys began to back up and fail. The compounding injuries have left his mobility profoundly limited, forcing him to rely on crutches and assistance just to walk. The situation reached such a high level of acuity that the music legend now lives under the constant supervision of a 24-hour live-in nurse, whose sole job is to strictly manage his heavy medication schedule and ensure his basic daily safety. For anyone tracking the reality of personal recovery, Phil's willingness to expose his private vulnerabilities offers an invaluable lesson on self-honesty. He directly addressed the systemic lifestyle factors that contributed to his physical collapse, revealing that he is now proudly over 2 years sober. Collins admitted that after coming off the road from massive world tours, the sudden lack of structure led him to slide into a pattern of severe daytime drinking. While he noted he was rarely visibly drunk, the constant daily overload of alcohol quietly devastated his internal organs, ultimately landing him in the hospital for months. Acknowledging that his body finally caught up with him was a brutal but necessary baseline realization that allowed him to save his own life. Ultimately, this incredible profile proves that stepping back from the spotlight does not mean your internal fire has been completely extinguished. While Collins has openly stated in the past that his health battles had stripped away his hunger to create music, this new milestone update carries a beautiful glimmer of hope. He teased that once his mobility stabilizes, his ultimate horizon is to step back down into his home studio and simply see what happens. By choosing to share his struggles completely free of shame, Phil Collins reminds us all that true resilience isn't about maintaining a perfect, unbreakable exterior. It is about having the courage to accept help, fight for your physical peace, and realize that no matter how difficult or frustrating the last few years have been, it is always possible to find a way to make things all right again. This vital retrospective was originally detailed by Yahoo Entertainment, and you can access the complete interview details and archival updates through the links in our show notes.